Hello, I hope everybody's having a beautiful week. Today, we have a bit of a topic that I've been wondering about this past week. What is the meaning of life? It seems like one day we were born and we were told, this is your name and this is what you're going to eat. These are the clothes you should wear. And this is a time that we all wake up. Oh, and don't forget, these are countries, this is money, and those things up in the sky, those are stars. Damn. Those were the times where we had all figured out. As we grow older, we realize there is much more to life than rules and expectations. We come to terms that money is as real as one chooses to make it. And stars are just massive balls of energy floating in space billions of light years away from us. Only alive? Well, they're not actually alive. There is days where we wake up feeling like we have a purpose. And there are days where that purpose is to lie in bed all day. From a warm hug to a loud door bang, life tends to has something for us. I remember asking my parents when I was younger, what is the purpose of living? And they answered, you know when you grow up. Well, I'm 25 and it seems like the meaning is only further away from my reach than before. As I wake up, everyone seems to know what to do. Going to work, going to school. But are those the true meaning of living life? Is life just another way of saying, do what you can? That answer does not satisfy my quest for the meaning of life. Maybe life is doing what makes you happy, my friends say. But what if what makes me happy harms me at the same time? If we were to ask a tree what the meaning of life is, I feel like its answer will be to live it. But if to live is enough, then why did we invent work? Why did we invent music? Why are dominoes a thing? Why did someone figure it out how to write? Why are cars? Why are planes a thing? It seems like humankind as a species evolved to try and live a bit harder, creating all these distractions, activities, and games, only to try and live. I find myself sitting outside, listening to the cars drive by, feeling the warm sun in my back, smelling the fresh ocean breeze. Is that what living is? For those that enjoy the warm breeze, they might say it's not. Then, if living is more of a personal experience, why do some people enjoy telling others how to live? Their answer, because we've been here longer, because we have more experience. It's funny to put experience and life against one another. What is an experience? If I grab an orange and I peel it, smelling the orange scent coming out of the peel, I eat it and I taste it and it's sour. Have I experienced the orange? Have I experienced the flavor? Have I experienced the color? Why should we measure life as an experience when everyone experiences a world in their own way? You can tell me, don't swim, because when I was swimming 20 years ago, I almost drowned. And then I go about my day the next week. I go to the river, swim, and everything is okay. Has my experience of swimming now equate to your experience of swimming from 20 years ago? Experience then becomes an unrealistic view of reality. Because experience is a personal and unique to each and every one of us. And so is life. As we find ourselves right now, think to yourself, what is the meaning of life? For me, life is living in love, living happy. But something that arises with that question is, what about the days where I'm alone? What about the times I stub my toe? What about listening to a sad song? What about when my fish died? And when I dropped my ice cream? Are those times not living because I wasn't happy? Are those times not living because I wasn't in love? Let's just give life a meaning, some philosophers say, by asking themselves, what is my purpose, my gift? Aristotle believed that life has a predetermined purpose or meaning, often linked to achieving a state of flourishing. This can work. This can be the answer. Living with a purpose Ah, it feels so good, doesn't it? I love living with a purpose. We go to sleep thinking, ah, I'm going to live my purpose. My purpose is to bring joy to people through my art. A week passes, and now we have to pay the phone bill. A week passes, and we have to pay utilities. Well, now we have to worry about making money. But my purpose, if this said purpose doesn't fund your life, is it even worth living for that purpose? While living in Austin, while living in Austin, the big phrase, find your purpose, live your purpose, was thrown out so much. Yet it felt like signing up was another pyramid scheme where the answer at the end was your purpose was inside of you and you are already living it. This was so confusing because I'm trying to find the meaning of life. And now my purpose becomes my life and it is already inside of me. I have met people whose purpose have brought a lot of money into their life. And I have met people that have made a lot of money doing something they don't like, but it pays well. Sounds familiar? But what do I know? Maybe those people have come to terms that their life is perfect how it is and they won't change a thing. After living in Mexico for a couple months and listening to the horrible news that play on TV, people on alive trained and put through situations such as being burnt alive, making them fight with one another. Is that their meaning of living? Why is me sitting on a bench living? And why is someone being put through a fight with another human living? Not only that, but there is homeless people, homeless children. Why do they get to live like that when I'm living like this? Why can I order something online and why does someone have to beg for money in the streets? Are both lives worth living and are both experiences considered living? Why are some people born with diseases? Why are some people born without limbs? And are their lives considered living? Today I've reached out to some of my friends and family and I've asked them what the meaning of life is for them to hopefully get an answer and hear their responses.
Well, I believe that the meaning of life is to find your purpose, find your gift. Like, life doesn't come with any kind of like hardcore meaning. You have to give meaning to life. You have to give purpose to life. And I think the best way for anybody to do that is to find their true self. Find themselves. And in doing so, you shine a light on other people. You give that gift away to other people. You make the world a better place. That's all you can do. So the meaning of life is to find purpose, spread love, be kind, be genuine. We're all only living once. This is all of our first time to live, so make the most out of it. How? Finding your purpose.
To me, life means all of the emotions together and separate at the same time. Having fun and being sad, being angry. All of those things mean life to me because we all experience that emotions. We all experience emotions, sadness. And at the end of the day, life brings you other people that either can make those things or those emotions bigger, better, or even, worse or more sad. It can make you feel all of these emotions. And I believe that's what life's about, having all these emotions and not caring about what others think. But sometimes if somebody hurts you, you're sad. If somebody hurts you, you're angry. And family, friends, partners make you happy. So all of those emotions are there. I believe that's what life's about.
Well, it's always hard when someone asks what the meaning of life is. When we're born, we're not really given any instructions or guide on how life should go. We learn to adjust and build ourselves through the people we meet and experiences we face. Whether it's good or bad, it teaches us and molds who we become in the future. When I was young, I thought that life was all about becoming someone important in life. Growing up in a Mexican household, we're taught to excel in school and get a high-paying job. Our parents constantly push us to be better than them and strive for a better life. However, as I grow old, the only thing I want in life is to be happy and be able to care for myself and my family. I've lived with the fear and anxiety of thinking that maybe I'm not making the right choices in life, or maybe I'm not good enough because I'm not doing the same as others who are my age. But when we really sit down and think about it, comparing our life to others is such an impossible thing to do because we all walk a different path in life. I'm proud of the things I've accomplished, just like I'm proud of the things I've failed at, because each failure, along with each accomplishment, has helped push me and teach me something new. There's a quote that I found that says, "Life isn't a matter of making milestones, but of moments." We make such high expectations for ourselves that sometimes we don't appreciate how far we've come. It's important to always see the good in life, because seeing only the bad can eat you up. It's important to express ourselves in any way, because keeping it in can impact our mental health. We must live this life like it's our last, because we truly only get one. So go. Do what you said you'd think was impossible. Make that big purchase you told yourself not to do. Travel to the place you thought was only possible in your dreams. Do all of this and more before you regret not doing it at all.
The meaning of life. Okay, this is the most complicated question that anyone could ever attempt to answer. And yet, as I've gotten older, it feels so simple. For me, the meaning of life is to become a better version of myself, to find the better version of myself. And that was something that has happened only because of trials and tribulations and struggles through life that have pulled me to the brink of despair and to the point of where I thought there was no return, and climbing my way out of it and finding peace and strength, happiness, success in my own ways. I was able to find this enhanced version of myself that had been there all along. But that's what I really think that life is just taking what you have and refining it and refining it and refining it until you become the better and preferably the best version that you can possibly be.
The meaning of life is to follow your heart's compass, to get still. Tune in to the subtle signs that the universe delivers, guiding you exactly where you're meant to be. Embracing the ups, embracing the downs, recognizing that life is a journey, not a destination, as cliche as that sounds. The more that I take the time to appreciate the moment, follow my highest inspiration, the universe continues to deliver.
Para mí la vida se trata de disfrutar los pequeños momentos de las pequeñas cosas, de esos instantes en los que nuestra atención solo está en una cosa y se te olvida lo demás y estás disfrutando el momento con tu familia, con tus amigos, o leyendo un libro, tomando un té, o simplemente disfrutar la naturaleza. creo que es de las cosas mínimas de la vida, porque todo lo que sea muy grande y metas muy ambiciosas o algo, muchas veces nos pueden llevar a estresarnos, y creo que se pierde el sentido de la vida. El sentido de la vida es ser feliz, es disfrutar, es agradecer y estar presentes y disfrutar cada día, cada momento, porque pues no sabemos cuándo es el último.
So life to me means purpose. Each one of us were brought into this earth for a reason, and we all have a purpose. And even though that purpose might not seem clear to us just yet, maybe by the end of our journey or in some moment of enlightenment, we will be able to realize why we were brought here. We should not take life in vain, and we should enjoy and love every second of our life. Even if we might have a bad day, bad days are not forever, problems are not forever, and you should find love and understanding behind those bad days. And mostly what life means to me is enjoyment, and enjoying every second of it, making every minute, every second, every day, every week the best and most enjoyable day you could have, because you're in control of your own life. You make the rules, and if you decide to be happy, that's what you're gonna project into your life and onto others, and that's what you're gonna vibrate, and that's what you're gonna be. And if you feel love, then that's what you're gonna vibrate, that's what's gonna show off of your soul, it's contagious. So however you feel is what you're gonna share with everyone else, what's gonna lo que se les va a pegar a la otra gente.
¿Cuál es el significado de la vida? Para mí es dándole gracias a Dios cada mañana por mi familia y por mí. Es tener un propósito y una meta, pequeña o grande cada día. Es disfrutar una taza caliente todas las mañanas. Es tener reuniones con amigos y familia. Es apreciar las montañas, los mares, los ríos, el cielo, los árboles, todo aquello que nos rodea. Es el sobrellevar las altas y bajas que nos da la vida, con la ayuda de Dios, y seguir adelante. Es el no dejarte vencer y apreciar lo que tenemos.
I tend to find myself thinking, wondering what the meaning of life is. My first instinct when trying to frame my mindset is to start at the scientific level. I think about how we were all made of the elements from the periodic table. We're at the mercy of the laws of physics and chemistry. Our biology is a fight against entropy, a collection of molecules working together to find a more stable state of matter, constantly fighting against evolving into disorder. These molecules are organized into cells, trying to maintain homeostasis. The goal of the cells is to reproduce, to keep the DNA alive. We've evolved from these single cells to bipedal mammals, becoming masters of our environment, using tools to manipulate the world. We work together to build language, culture, civilization. We look to extend ourselves through history by leaving a legacy. We chase the needs as described by Maslow in his pyramid. Not all of us will reach self-actualization, but some will. I think the art in life is predicated upon how we reach the top. What is your sense of belonging? What builds your self-confidence? How do you bring order into your life? What is your aesthetic? How can you cultivate beauty in your daily life? So you want to reach the top of the pyramid? Only you can define what that is. And it's up to you to stay there. What's the meaning of life, you ask? I think it's the journey, the destination, and the people you bring along with you. Be good, be humble, be curious. Favor action over words, and give a fuck.
For me, I think the meaning of life is I would say the meaning of life is growing. I feel like, especially in my life, there's been so many different stages where I have been reborn and I have completely shed my old self and shed my old beliefs, and I've seen so many people around me do the same, and I think it's a beautiful thing because we can still honor our past self and the past selves of those people around us that we love, but we can also strive to be better versions of ourselves and forgive each other, grow together, and just be there for each other as a community, as a family, in friendships and relationships. I think that it's very difficult because life comes with a lot of pain, comes with a lot of loss, whether that's people who pass away or people who no longer align with you or they don't want to be in your life anymore, or vice versa. I think we are constantly changing our environments and, losing people that we love, losing experiences, losing parts of who we were that we once aligned with. And so it could be a very tough life if we get stuck in the old ways, in our old patterns, in our old ways of thinking. So for me, life is about growth, about adapting, about being resilient, learning new things, trusting myself, loving those around me, treating those people around me with kindness, or at least trying to understand others, trying to forgive them, and just growing alongside everyone around me that I love, and never letting anything defeat me. I think sometimes, things get very sad and it's overwhelming, and I think it's really easy to feel stuck, but I think it's up to us, ourselves, to push past that limit and to continue striving for better things, because we deserve everything we want in this life. And although that's hard, it's possible. And yeah, I hope that wasn't all over the place. I was gonna say something like love, because at the end of the day, I think love is literally what keeps us going, but I think it's like on a deeper level than love sometimes. Like, not just like love is not everything, I think love is a part of it. And I think love is behind everything that we do. I think everything we do is out of love.
After listening and reflecting on everyone's perspective on what life means for them, I've come to a conclusion that life is truly what you make of it. You can choose to be happy, feel sad, to go for a run, or to work all day, paint, study, play games, or live in fear, get stuck on that thought pattern, look at birds, smell the rain, and taste every meal, travel the world or study at home, sing and smile, and have desires. Free will gives us the gift of living. And now that we are here, we can ask ourselves, how am I going to live life?